You know what? I spoil you on this channel. I do. I spoil you rotten. Because I'm going to show you one of the rarest Hoover Compacts you will ever see. Let's check it out. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm filming this video on, I think it's January the 3rd. So for New Year, I went to Bristol and saw my friends, Richard, Emerson, Ryan and his partner Matche. And it was Richard's 50th birthday on the 21st of December. So because we haven't been able to see each other for ages, Ryan brought Richard's 50th birthday present with him. And well, I was just like, oh, I was so jealous. I was so jealous. This machine that I'm going to show you is not mine, sadly. It's a real shame because I would kill for it. And I had thoughts in my mind of killing 4 people in Bristol and then just running off with this vacuum cleaner. But logic prevailed in the end. I did not commit murder. I just want to make that clear. But I was very tempted. Now, this particular machine is from 1986. And it is the top of the line luxury model of Hoover Compact. And I think I have only ever seen one other one in my life. I believe many, many years ago in the mid-90s, one came into my friend's shop to be fixed. And I remember it because of the colour and of the lettering on the bag door, the top lid door. It didn't come in with its hose or its special bit, if you like. It was just the body of the machine by itself. So I've never actually experienced the whole cleaner, just the actual body of it all those years ago. And it's stuck in my mind because I knew then it was special. Even then, they didn't sell many of them because they were very expensive. And of the 4 models in the compact range, Basic, Super, Electronic and Total System was expensive. So people generally didn't buy them. They would buy the Super model. That was the most common. The most common Hoover Compact from certainly the Mk2 range was the Super version, which had no electronic power but did have a flex rewind. Customers seem to like flex rewinds more than any other bells and whistles. I suppose from a convenience point of view, that is the most important thing, isn't it, to have a flex rewind? You don't really need to vary the power. Most people will just leave it on full power the entire time. And the base model didn't have a rewind, so you had the cable everywhere and it was a nightmare because you couldn't really store it. You couldn't wrap it around the cleaner. There was nowhere to put it. Anyway, that's enough waffling about compacts. Let me show you this absolutely amazing Hoover Compact Electronic Total System. The absolute pinnacle of the Mk2 Hoover Compact range. This is so rare. It is honestly, guys, this is unbelievably rare. It is model S3464, and this particular example was manufactured in January of 1987. So yeah, there we go. Just look at it. Let's just take a moment to gaze at this amazing, amazing cleaner. As I say, this is the second one I've ever seen. Yeah, it's just wow. I can't believe I'm sat here with a compact total system, and not just the machine itself, but a bag of stuff that goes with it. I'm a bit overcome, really, to be honest with you. It's yeah, it's quite something. So this is essentially an electronic compact, the red version, but with the addition of a Turbo 300 power head and, of course, a power hose. Not a remote control hose. You don't control the cleaner from the contour grip. The controls of the cleaner remain here in its panel, I'll just show you there. There's the panel. So you've got the power switch here, cable rewind here, and then an electronic slider. It's a bit stiff on this one. We need to do some work on it because it's a very, very stiff slider. And I'm a bit conscious of breaking it, to be honest. They do get very, very stiff over time. And of course, being the luxury machine, it will have built-in tools, as shown here on this lovely little tool tray. This is a genuine Hoover bag, would you believe? Look at that. Tilt this over so you can see it. Genuine Hoover bag. I can notice here, well, I have noticed that it's got a little bit hot at one point. These compacts, you couldn't change the exhaust filter on them. The exhaust filter is permanently attached to this top hood section. And what used to happen over time was, as the machine was used, the bags would leak, or the bag would burst, or some idiot would use it without a bag in it. The dirt would start to go through, it would go through the pre-motor filter and start to collect here behind the post-motor filter. And that seems to be what's happened to this one, because there's a definite distortion of the plastic at this point. It's not too bad, it's not horrendous. Some of them go really bad, and you can barely close the top down on them. They just distort really badly. So that's really it for the cleaner itself. It's the other bits that go with it that are really more interesting. So I have a bag down here, and I'm going to show you what I've got. Now, this particular cleaner and the electronic version, the red one, should come with steel rods. And we have one steel rod, and it looks like at some point one of these rods is broken, and we have a replacement plastic one. Now, interestingly, the plastic rod is actually shorter than the steel rod, so that's a bit odd. I didn't know that until this very second, that the plastic one was shorter. But yeah, there we go. I do have a spare steel rod upstairs, so when we come to use this cleaner, we can use it with its proper rods. What tended to happen was these locking rings would break. This part of the rod is like, it's metal. This ain't never gonna break. But it was always this end. This was the weak end of them. The weak end? The weak part of the rod was this locking ring. Either the ring itself would break, or the plastic moulding inside would break. And then, yeah, these rods were expensive. These cost a few quid. So people would just buy plastic ones. I think these are like £3. So yeah, is it £3 for this or 15 quid for this? Well, the customer's just going to go, oh, I'll take a plastic rod, thanks. That'll do. So that's those. And then we need to look at the Turbo 300 head. And here it is. Yeah, your classic standard mid to late 1980s Hoover power head. Model number S8140, and this head was also manufactured in January of 1987, so that's good. So they match up, which is nice to see. This is, I'm not sure if this is in particularly good shape. I just felt I can feel the brush roll moving up and down there. That's not quite right. Oh, it moves up and down this side as well. I think we might have to take a look at that. I hope the bearings are okay. But yeah, we'll take a look at this. I really like these, actually, these Turbo 300 heads. They're really nice heads. Quite well made, actually. And a nice style to them. I mean, it looks so 80s, doesn't it? I mean, this combo here, this cleaner and this head, it's just so 1987. It's wow. It's like the most 80s thing you could possibly see, which is really cool. So let's put the Turbo 300 down there, and here's the plug end. So these plug into the hose, so it's a powered hose. There's no like trailing cable that goes along the outside of the hose on this particular cleaner. It's actually integrated into the hose, and then this plugs into the contour contour hand grip. So let's have a look at the hose. Actually, no. Let's not quite go to the hose just yet. We have a classic Hoover contour cleaning head, straight suction head there. Now that's interesting. In the literature I've got, which I'll show you in a second, there's a little window on the pictures just cut out here on the contour head that shows if the head is in carpet or hard floor mode, if the brushes are up or down. But this head doesn't have it. I wonder if that was just for the pictures. It's possible. Let's put that back down there. I will show you shortly. But let's have a look at the hose. This is the important part. And as like all these hoses now, what is that? 35 years later. 35 years later, as you can see, unfortunately, the hose has split. There, you can see it. It has been taped at some point, but it doesn't matter how much tape you put on these. It goes so stiff and it just breaks. They just break down over time. I have a lot of these early hoses and they've all done the same. They've all done the same. They all split like this. And once they go, that's pretty much it. And if I squeeze that, I can feel it splitting. These were never supposed to last for 35 years. They were meant to do 5 years and then they were just meant to be junked. That was it. There was no comprehension ever that 35 years after this had been built, it would still be being used. It just wasn't. They weren't built for it. So we need to do something with this hose. Now, interestingly, I did get a Sensortronic System 40. I can't remember if it was this year or last year that had the same problem. No, it didn't actually. No, I've just remembered. No, that System 40 didn't come with this style hose. It came with like a normal straight suction hose, where someone had replaced it. Someone had actually replaced this, but hadn't bothered to wire it up. So the S40 was just being used as a normal vacuum cleaner with the contour head. There was no power hose with it. And that was what got me thinking, I'm sure I can do something with this. I can do something with these hoses to change them so I can still use these contour heads. I keep saying contour heads. Stephen, that's a contour head. This is a contour grip. Can you just remind me not to get things wrong? Because it's annoying and I'll get comments and the Hoover police will be bashing down my back door. This is a contour grip, okay? The plug for the, I haven't got any space now. The plug for the power head inserts into the contour grip. Which way around does it go? I can't see. Oh, I've got it upside down. There you go. So that plugs in there, like so. And the power comes down the hose. And we've got this little flying pigtail here that goes into the machine. So let me do that, because we can actually see it running, even without the hose being in particularly good shape. I'm going to plug this into the... This isn't easy, is it? Hold on a minute. Bear with. It's very stiff now, this hose, and it's got no give to it whatsoever. Let me see. How does this go in? You've got to line it up proper. Got to line it up proper. Oh, there we go. That clips in like that, and then that clips in like that. There we go. Okay, so there we go. There's the hose inserted into the cleaner there, and then you've got your little pigtail that comes out and goes into the machine. So with all this like this, we can actually turn it on now, and we can see the Contour 300. Sorry, the Turbo 300. Do you know what? I don't know what I'm talking about now. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I do this channel, honestly. It's just nonsense. Oh, that flex is very stiff as well. Let's pull this out. Okay, right, let's plug it in. Let's plug him in. And then we'll hear him going. Hey. So that's the compact running. And then we can turn the power up. Sound too bad. There's a little bit of vibration there, but hopefully now we can turn the Turbo 300 head on. There we go. No, there we don't go. There we are. Oh, that felt bad. There's something. Oh, did you hear that? Then that went. Hang on. Is it going to do it this time? I don't think it is. No, it didn't. No, it didn't do it. I don't know if you heard that, but it just did a tiny little which is indicative of the top bearing failing. So I think that might be a problem on this, but we can have a look at it in a future video. That's fine. That's not a big deal. We can sort that out. I am a little bit worried about this brush roll because it just doesn't feel right, and I think I need to get in there to have a look. Definitely needs a belt. The belt is completely gone. It's totally slack Alice. But yeah, there's a few things that need doing. Yeah, there's a few things that need doing to this. So the reason I've got it, as I say, it's not my vacuum cleaner, is because Richard wants me to give it a good going over. And yeah, it appears it does need a bit of a going over. It's a bit sticky as well. I don't know what's on it. There's something on it that's sticky. It's a bit ugh. I don't know what's been happening to it. Just wipe it on my trousers. There we go. Classy bird. There we go. Oh yeah, it's like an oil. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's been polished at some point, and I think the polish has sort of degraded a bit, and it's a bit. Stop touching it. Sorry. Okay, stop touching it. Stop it. Stop touching it. No. Okay. So yeah, need to do a few bits on it, but it's look. Honestly, it's it's a Mark II Hoover Compact total system, the rarest of the Mark II compacts. Would you say it's rarer than an exclusive compact? I've got a few exclusive compacts, but yeah, I would probably say so. And here it is in this. So this is a 1987 brochure from Hoover. And it shows the Mark II compact range. I'm just going to show it to you. Yeah, save moving the camera down. So there we go. There's the Mark II compact range. You can see it's got the basic compact, the super, the electronic, and the total system. And they all say new. If you look down there, they all say new. So this was when the Mark II range came out. So it's quite a find. It's quite a machine. Yeah, and it needs some love. And I think it's going to be a bit of a trek to get this one to pristine condition again. I've got to look at the motor, sort that bearing out. Got to do something with the hose, which is going to be very difficult. However, I say that I might have an idea. The saving grace of this is the fact that you can take these ends apart. You can take this machine end apart, you can take this contour grip apart, and they basically break down into component sections. And also, it's just a very simple idea, because all that's happening here with this hose is it's two wires. It's a 2-wire plug there. The 2 wires make up the spiral. So that's what they're doing. The electricity is flowing through all of these spirals from one end to the other. Now you could, this is my theory anyway, you could get rid of this hose here, keep the ends, replace this hose with just a normal black crush-proof hose, and run a cable in from one end to the other and just rewire it. That's my theory, and I need to try it, and I think this is the ideal one to give it a go on because it's easier than the Sensortronic version. The Sensortronic, the S40, that looks to be harder because of the machine end, but this machine end, yeah, should be a bit easier. So we need to do that. I need to plan that and then film a video doing it. We also definitely need to service this Turbo 300 head. So there's a lot to do here. Yeah, lots to do, but it will be worth it in the end just to save this incredibly rare cleaner. So that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed that little look at this. I don't know how many videos there are of the compact electronic total system on YouTube. I wouldn't have thought there's very many, to be honest with you. And what I will do as well, because I now have all of these, I have all of the original core Mk2 Compacts, the 4 of them that I showed you in that leaflet. So I'll do a video with all 4 of them, so you can see the core range together in one place. I'll get that done and I'll get it sorted out. But that's it for now. Happy New Year. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed the channel. I don't do this very often, but if you wouldn't mind subbing to my channel, if you just hit that subscribe button for me, it really helps me out. I don't ask anything of you guys. I don't ask you to send me money. I don't ask you to be Patreons. I don't ask you to send me gifts. I don't want anything like that from you. But I would really appreciate if you would just subscribe to the channel. That would help me out massively. And to be honest, I'll never ask you for money or gifts or anything like that. I'm just not that kind of person. It doesn't sit well with me asking people for things. It's just a bit, no. I do this because I enjoy doing it. I don't do it for the money or the fame. Some daft channel on YouTube talking about vacuum cleaners. It's like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, I just do it because I enjoy doing it, and I hope you enjoy watching too. So that's it for now. I'll see you guys soon. Happy New Year. I've said that about 6 times now, and I'm going. Lots of love. Bye.